Okay, I just want to share a few thoughts on the US dollar, Euro US dollar, and gold. Nothing major. I don't have much to add on these. What I want to point out about the US dollar on the daily from the high, first of all, obviously it's in a downtrend now, and it is possible to see a very bearish move here. However, it's under some levels such as the 8 EMA that I tend to watch, and it's quite oversold in the sense of um, the type of oversold condition that can continue because it's so weak. Also, the weekly put in a rather hanging candle there. But what I wanted to say about this, frankly, is that it's managed to find support on this trend line 3 times, and it is open. It's a confusing pattern for me. I find it very confusing anyway to deal with this. I mean, a bearish scenario could be something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. I'm not sure, but it would need to break this channel to complete the bearish scenario. Now, the bottom of the channel is set up so something could be posed like this, a parallel channel, for example. So that is one thing to watch out for if it does increase here. From the low, I also want to say that it looks like it could be 5 waves up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this retraces in 3 waves and holds above the 14 June low, it is open to a move higher here. Now, whether that is something more major or just like a little 3-wave correction and then down, who knows? But it is open at this juncture to a slight move higher, and it has quite a lot of resistance above, it seems. But in any case, the lines and pattern are there. Now, just looking at $1 per euro US dollar, maybe cable too, actually. From the high here in euro US dollar, it's looking like 3 waves to me. From the high, however, I feel that it is open now to a bit of a larger decline, a corrective type of decline. So we may see something such as back towards the trend line. For example, I don't know. I would judge. I will look at it as it progresses and probably try to form a position once I see something on the short-term time frame, because this is quite a difficult pattern. I am not really bearish on this anymore. Not since the breakup here. I feel that it's made a significant turn. However, how to count it is difficult. I would just say that the bulls seem to be in control at this stage, though I will judge it on the correction. If we can get a simple type of 3-wave correction holding above trend and key levels here, it's a support region across here as well, horizontally. So perhaps there will be support coming into there. Cable also from the high. Right now it looks like 3 waves, though if it morphs, who knows. It's been selling off from the proposed high after the triangle, but so far it's been rather choppy as well. Nothing really to say about that. I don't have anything to add about that. What I want to say about gold, it did sell off so far 1 week since last week's reversal candle as support. Now, I don't have a count on this third part. You could probably force some type of expanding diagonal on that, possibly, for a leading move. However, what I wanted to actually say about this, looking at the weekly chart, is that if you overlay, wrong button, if you overlay the US dollar yen chart on this, it essentially runs counter to the gold price. And at the moment, I am bullish on US dollar yen. So that should propose a bearish move in gold. Now, as I mentioned a few times, it is open to 2 being more down here because I am viewing this as 5 waves in gold. So a larger 3-wave correction here towards 1100 and change is possible. But once I see a 3-wave or a 5-wave move on gold, I will, on the short time frame, I will possibly consider something else. But for now, just looking at the way these charts are formed against each other, the proposal of a higher move in US dollar yen suggests a bearish move in gold. Now I went over US dollar yen yesterday. I'm looking for a bullish move, and I will see how I will update this as it progresses. But for now, that's just one thing I wanted to point out on this, just given my own view on US dollar yen, as I feel it has room to move up here, though there are still a couple possibilities. Larger three-way pattern is possible. There's also trend resistance here, but for now I'm going to hold it as bullish, as I mentioned a few times going into this. So I'll see how the reaction is a bit higher in this, but I think on Monday in US dollar yen, if we can get a retracement from the 5-wave move up, I'll be looking towards 113 and see if it breaks there for a move above 115. Okay, bye-bye.